Hey guys, how is everybody? It's Todd. So I thought I'd do another video here on some older Matchbox again. I have most of my cars up and squared away here now. Not quite, but we're getting there. So, excuse me. This video, there's most of them are vintage. There is a couple of newer ones in here, so we're gonna start out with one of the newer ones. This is a 75 Chevy Caprice. Now this also come out in a red variation. This isn't very old at all. Actually, I'm bidding on the red one right now, I believe. So, it's still pretty cool that Matchbox decided to do something like this. I think it's pretty wild. So I'm going to try to get that burgundy variation. It's kind of an off red or whatever, but it's still pretty sweet, my friends. Again, I'm glad Matchbox has decided to do something like this. Yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, so I'm hoping to get that other variation, as I was saying. We're going to look at this one here. Okay, it is. It's a 55 Cadillac. That's what I thought it was. Now I have a couple other of these in Matchbox. I have a couple with the box, and one's black and the other's gray. So I'm hoping to show, I do have a bunch of Matchbox here with the box, so I'm hoping to do a video here shortly with those. There's some real old ones in there with the original box, and newer ones, and a little of everything in between. I say it again, Cadillac's the only one that can really pull off the pink, I think. Again, my own opinion, but so that's her. Alrighty, my friends, we're gonna do another Cadillac. It's an ambulance. I have a bunch of these from the 60s. Now this one's from the early 70s because it is a super fast. It's got the narrow wheels, so again, pretty cool. You can see the windows and everything. The glass, for a car that's pretty much about 50 years of age, still really nice shape. I'll try to move that in a little closer. Now there's no door missing here. This is where they, I think the tailgate is supposed to come down, but I have some ambulances with the door, with the hatch that comes up, but these ones don't. They just left a big space in there, so it looks like there might have been a door in there, but no, there wasn't. So, but this is pretty cool. Again, I've had this for a long time. I have no recollection of where I've picked this up, so yeah, this one is a granddaddy. But I do have some of these in the same variation, but a lot older. So, but this one, those didn't make the video, but we're gonna do like I think this is either a 74 or a 75 Plymouth Grand Fury. I've got 3 or 4 of these. I have a couple in the black, and I have one in the blue. But this one here is the nicest one out of my cop cars in the Matchbox. And as you can see, I have a bunch of these that are roughed up, in rough shape for sure, but those are the ones I picked up for like 50 cents or, a buck or whatever. But this is nice though. I like this. And growing up, we had one of these. My mom did. Well, not the cop car, but the Plymouth Grand Fury. We had a 75. And I remember, if there was a cloud in the sky and everything like that, it wouldn't start. And I can remember, many a day we were taking the blow dryer and putting it to the distributor cap. And oh yeah, we're gonna do a little mini here. This is another older one here, my friends, and This is nice shape. This is nice shape. I had one of these as a kid, but mine was a little different. Mine was a, it was like a, it was a, like a darker brown, brownish color, something along that line. It was tan color or whatever. It wasn't this one, this color. I know that. I'd have to take a dig, try to find that and dig that out, my friends. But not bad. Again, try not to handle the, still has its original decals and so forth and so on it, I should say. But that's the little fella there. Alrighty, we're gonna do a tank truck. This is really nice. Now again, I believe this is from the 70s. I had the yellow and blue one. They had them in different, with different advertising and stuff like that, eh? You can see it's got not a bad little truck. This is mint. This is getting old as well. This is definitely 70s for sure. I'm just not sure or definitively what, you know, what year or whatever, but this isn't bad at all. Now this one I got on eBay back about 4 or 5 years ago. I was the only one that bid on it, if I can remember correctly, and I think I got it for like just a couple of bucks, so I was happy. I mean, still an old vintage matchbox for sure. Alrighty, I've got 3 cars left here, my friends. I'm going to do a couple of Ford Capris. Now this car come out in many variations, come out in purple, come out in this here kind of a light orange. It come out as a taxi cab and that, but it also come out as a roll-o-matic where you move the car forward, the engine would bounce up and down. Well, this one obviously isn't that. Tow hitch is busted off. Now this car is pretty mint. It only has, it's got a couple of chips here. It's got some chips in along here, along the small chips along the hood here. And I bought this at a flea market here. It's got one here on the roof post. Other than that, this car is pretty mint. I found this in a flea market downtown here in my city. I think I got it for a couple of bucks. And the guy had them all stuffed in a dress, like it was a big cabinet to pull out the shell, almost similar to like a toolbox. And anyway, the cars were all piled in there, and I come across this one, so I thought, well, you know what, I gotta get this out of here. So it's nice shape for considering what I paid for it. So now we're gonna do another Ford Capri. This one's mint. Again, these ones are from the 70s, guys. These are both super fast. Now these ones do have the big fatties on it. Primarily super fast, always had the narrow wheels, but there is some castings where, you know, they brought out the fatter wheels. You can see this engine. Now this car is clean. I've had this for a long time. This one here, you can see this one has the tow hitch on it still. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, this is a really clean car. The windows and everything, there's no scratches. No kids ever got a hold of this one. And again, I don't recall where I bought it, my friends, but I'm definitely happy that, you know, it's really, it is in nice shape. Alrighty, my friends. We're gonna close out, yeah, Dodge Challenger. Gonna close the video with this one. Now I have this in a few variations. I have it in the blue variation. I have it in the yellow. That one's called the Toy Man, I believe. And this one, now this one's a little different. As you can see, this one is called the Reverend Rebel. This one's got the Confederate flag on it, the Rebel flag. It's got the striping down here. Obviously, this car, as with the Dixie or the, you know, the Dixie Challenger, that Hot Wheels did with the flag, which I've got a bunch of those. Obviously, those are the same as this one. They don't do them anymore. And this is mint, and I do not have any recollection where I picked this one up as well. So obviously they're discontinued, but again, it's still a nice keepsake. This one is mint. I do have a bunch, different variations, as you can see. And look at the patties and that on this. So guys, I'm gonna close the video out with this one. I hope you enjoyed checking some of these older ones out. And as always, I do appreciate you taking the time to do so. Like, comment, or subscribe. And as always, guys, stay safe out there and keep collecting, my friends.